No issues.
Yeah, okay. See, yesterday we have discussed the add and modify with the alter. Today we can discuss rename. So in case of add and modify, we can add multiple columns at a time. But in case of rename, we can't able to modify, we can't able to rename more than one column. So we able to rename a column only one column at a time. So alter with the rename. Rename is used to rename a column of existing table. Here, existing table is student. We are working. So now to alter with the rename is syntax is. You guys tell me. For everything is same, right? Alter table name. Table name. Alter table name. Rename is a keyword here. So far, we haven't mentioned like this. See, we haven't mentioned keyword of column again. After add, we directly mention the column name. After modify, we directly mention the column name. But here you need to give the after rename command again. You need to give the column keyword. Column yes number. Column here old column 2. Old column 2. Old column to new column. So here the syntax for alter with rename of a column is alter table name, rename keyword or subcommand, and column is a keyword. Which column? That means Oracle server will understand that he is doing the rename of a column. Okay, old column name which already existing. That means which column you wanted to rename that column. Okay, next new column. That means from which column to you are changing to which new column. Here, let us take as an example. Let us take as an example. Here a table name. Let us take as example alter table name is student and the rename is a command or keyword. Again column is a keyword. Then what is our old column guys here? Requirement
Yes name.
yes
number.
yes number. 2 I am changing yes number student or else student number. Okay, so let us execute this one. We have to give the delimiter. Table is alter. How to describe the table, guys? To see the structure of your table. How to check the
DESC
structure?
table name.
Yeah. Describe of student. So now see. Previously it was student number. Here student name. Sorry, student NOM. Here yes name. Okay. Is it changed, guys? Column is changed. So again try to change. Address column. So here you have to observe that. So far we have mentioned data type also for every column. See here, in case of add, in case of modify. Here we no need to mention any data type. We can directly give the column name. Now I am changing address column is ADD. Oh, why it is not taking, guys? Invalid identifier.
Maybe add is a function inside.
Yes, very good. Add is a keyword, Oracle keyword. So when we are creating a table, I already clearly explained that the table name or column name should not be a Oracle keywords, Oracle commands, or anything. While create a table, I clearly explained here. Column name is upper. Column name cannot be a Oracle keyword. See column name, or else table also. Table name. Table name cannot be a Oracle keyword. Here yard is a keyword. So what you need to do? ADDR. Then table is altered. Let us describe the table, whether it has changed or not. See, ADDR. So now there are some cases which you need to remember. These are the very important because in real time all are dependent on some other things. Some other things. The first point which you need to remember. Okay. On a table, on every table, on a table, on a table, view, comma, synonym. These all are the database objects, guys. These are the concepts also. We will discuss one by one everything there. Integrity constraints. Integrity constraints. Index. Indexes. Triggers. Triggers. And applications. Applications means which application you have developed by using these, which application the database is using. So for example, I have my database is linked up with the some SBI project. So that application also dependent on a table because the application is retrieving the data from the table. There is a link connection, right? So the ODBC connection. So applications are dependent. So these all are the things dependent on a column. Dependent on a column. So these all objects are, these all database objects are depending on a column or a table. On every table, this is thing. Okay. Here, when rename a column, when rename a column, when rename a column, view, synonym, triggers, view, synonym, triggers, and applications are invalid. Applications are invalid. So when you rename a column, if a table, if these are databases are depending on a table, sorry, depending on a that column on a table. So when you rename it, that become invalid because that those are depending on it. Okay, depend on invalid, become invalid because that is depending on that column. But there is no effect. Integrity constraints. Integrity constraints. There is no effect to integrity constraints and indexes. Indexes because the integrity constraints and indexes, those will be saved on some separate metadata columns. Metadata columns. So you know, right, what is the metadata? So we discussed data about the data. So there is no effect. There is no effect to the constraints and indexes. But remaining view is created based on a table. So by the time when you change a table, view will become invalid. Okay. Next, synonym also creates same thing. Trigger also will create the same thing. Okay. Only integrity constraints and indexes are, there is no effect for them. Okay, we can discuss practically when the view, synonyms, integrity constraints, triggers, topics will come. Those we can discuss everything clearly. Why it will become invalid, what cases it will become. I will show you practically there. We will create and will show you practically there. There is a separate topic for each of them. Integrity constraints, views, sequence, like that. All topics are there. Triggers will come in PLS school concept. Then we can discuss there. Index also is there. We can discuss about there everything. Okay. Next. Any doubts on guys rename part? Alter with rename. Okay. Next. Drop. Alter with the drop. Drop is used to drop a column of existing table. Drop is used to drop a column of existing table. The syntax. So we can drop column also. The syntax. Alter table, table name. Alter table, table name. Table name. Drop column. So for rename and drop, you need to specify the column as a keyword. Column. Then column name. Then column name. Here, see, here what is the syntax for here? Alter table, table name, rename column. From which column to which column you are doing. That's the reason 2 you will mention. Here we are dropping just drop column, column name. Okay. Here by using drop, alter with the drop, we can drop a multiple columns also. How we can delete multiple columns, guys? Can someone tell me?
Using parentheses.
Using
Alter
parentheses.
table name.
Yeah, tell me the drop parenthesis, then column 1. Column 1. You no need to specify rename and column. You no need to specify the data type. Column 2. Then and so on. Okay. Now let us try to remove the columns. Let us try to drop a columns from student table. Tell me the syntax, guys. Alter table,
Alter table,
student,
student,
drop
drop,
column. Now
column.
I wanted to remove a ADDR.
Yes.
Table is altered. Even the table is having a data. Why now? Even the table is having the data. We do have table data, right? Previously. Select star from student. Select star from student. So even though we have data for the table, so we can able to drop a column. That is not a problem. Let us check the table structure now. Let us check the see. There is a ADDR. Here ADDR is there. Is there a ADDR?
Not the.
No. So now let us try to delete multiple columns. So when you are deleting multiple columns, you no need to give the column as a keyword. Now state branch. State and branch don't need. Table is altered. Table is altered. See. Here previously we would have right. Branch is Tirupati and state is AP. So even though data is having, we can drop a column. Clear, guys? Okay. Next move to the next one. Here create completed, alter completed. So far we have done the alter with the yard, alter with the modify, alter with the rename, alter with the drop. So here I said drop and rename will work as a individual commands. as well as the alter with the drop and these are sub commands as well. Now, so now, did we mention what and all we have? Okay, I think no. Yeah. Now create completed, alter completed. Come to the truncate first. Later we can discuss drop and rename. Come to the truncate part. So now somebody asked, I think 2 or 3 days back. 3 days back. What's the difference between delete and truncate? Truncate. So truncate is used to remove all rows from a table and table structure will retain. Remove is to remove all rows from a table and table structure will be retained. Table structure will be retained. Retain meaning is nothing but no change. It will be the same. That means it will remove the rows from a table, but table structure will be there. It won't remove the table structure. Okay. So truncate is used to remove all rows from a table and the table structure will be the same. It won't change. It won't delete the table structure. Next point. So it is remove bulk of records from a table. It is remove bulk records at a time. Bulk records of a table at a time. Next, truncate a table that commit implicit that cannot roll back. When you truncate a table, that cannot roll back. Okay, rollback in the sense what the guys? What is the rollback?
We cannot undo that.
Rollback, we can do undo by using rollback. See now, see, for example, select R from student here. So now delete from EMP. You don't need worry about the syntax for the delete. We can discuss in the DML part. Where snum equal to 1001. So what I am doing, guys, here?
We are deleting 1001
yeah.
row.
Here I am trying to delete a 1001. I am trying to delete a 1001 record or row, everything is the same. So we can call in real time is record only. Snum only, no?
But it is table name is student, not EMP.
Sorry. See, one row deleted. So why it has deleted only one row? The 101 SNM is only having one record. If it is having 10 records with the same 1001, then it will be delete 10 records at a time. So here one row deleted. Now you can see See, one row is deleted. But now my requirement is, by mistake I have deleted. I wanted to roll back the data. Wanted to roll back the data. I'm giving rollback command. See, rollback is completed. Now you can check the table again. See, 1001 came back again. So if you want to get back data, if you whatever data which you deleted, if you want to get it back, then you can use the rollback. You can use the rollback because the DDML commands, DML commands are not implicit commit. So DDL commands are implicit commit. So when you use this all the things, For example, so we have altered one thing, right? We have dropped one column. Now try to drop a column is gender. See, table is altered. Now you can check describe the table. See, here gender column is there, right? When you
Yes.
fetch the data, gender column. Here is there any gender column?
No,
Because why?
we dropped it.
Yeah, we dropped it. So now try to roll back it. So rollback completed, right? Let us check again the same statement. It gender came here. When you roll back, the record is came back again. We can get
Yes.
it back when you use the delete. But
Delete.
when I use alter, rollback I have mentioned. So is there again column is back, guys?
No,
Did we receive the column again?
no,
No, because why we didn't get it?
because DDL is explicit
Oh, man.
commit.
Hello, guys, please go on mute. Anyone is not speaking. Vijay, can you please go on mute? Vijay, can you please go on mute? Yeah, okay. See, because the DDL commands are implicit commit that automatically committed the data, but the delete is DML command. So DML commands are not implicit commit. So you need to do the commit manually. So now how you need to do the commit manually? Let us see. Start from a student where S number equal deleted. Now I am doing the commit. Now try to fetch the data. Here I have removed one thing, right? One record. Then I have done the commit. Now you can try to roll back it. Rollback is completed. See, here record is not came after rollback also. Why record is not came, guys?
We committed it.
Yeah, we committed the data. What we are trying to convey to the compiler by using commit command. What we are trying to convey to the compiler using commit command, whatever I have deleted, whatever I have done above the commit command, any transaction above this, all has to be committed to the database. Because that commit is nothing but permanently store the data. So previously when you delete, where it will get stored? Under table space. When you use, we discussed table spaces, right? When you use rollback, from it will get it back again from the under table space. You can get it back again from the under table space. Here, see here, under table space. Here, sorry, temporary table space. The deleted data will be stored in temporary table space. which we can roll back it. But when you do the commit, it stores the data permanently. So when you use the commit, whatever is saved in temporary table space, then it will move to the database and saying that data has to be commit. That's the reason we can't get it back. So but in case of alter, we have done the commit, because all DDL commands are DDL commands are implicit commit. Oracle server will do that by default implicit commit. So now you know that what is the implicit commit. What is the implicit commit? Come to the part of truncate. So what is the truncate, guys? What is the truncate, guys?
Truncate remove all rows from a table.
Yeah, truncate is
Table
used to
structure
remove
will
all
remain.
rows from a table, but
And
table
The
structure will
structure
be the
remains
same.
same.
Yeah.
remains same.
So what it will do? Remove bulk of records of a table. So now here we have removed only single row by using delete. But if you want to do the remove single records or some number of records by using truncate, it's not possible because of truncate syntax is truncate table name. Truncate table name. This is the syntax. So we can't declare the which records, like where S number equal to 1001 or EMP number equal some number. We can't declare like this. Now take an example. Truncate table is student. Let us do the truncate. Now what is the data is having, guys? Two records.
Two records.
Truncate table
Table.
student. Table is truncated. See, now it is no row selected. Why no row selected, guys?
There are no records.
Why there is no records?
It removed all the rows.
Yes, very good. When you use the truncate, it's remove all the rows. Even though it is 1000 rows, even though it is 10 rows on any rows, it will remove all the rows. Okay. When you try to fetch the data, here no rows. Let us try to give the rollback. So in delete perspective, we can get the rollback, right? The rollback is completed. Select star from the student. Why data is not back, guys? If you use rollback, data has to come back, right?
In DDL commands, the rollback is not.
Yes, in DDML commands, rollback not possible because all DDML commands will be the implicit commit. So Oracle server automatically committed the data. You no need to provide explicitly like commit and do the commit. Automatically Oracle server, compiler, SQL buffer or anything, it will commit the data automatically. Okay, but did truncate is deleted the table? See the table structure now. The table structure now. Did truncate delete the table structure, guys?
No.
No.
So that means, so when you use the truncate, it remove the bulk of records. Why bulk means how many records are all the things it will remove. Now see this. Let me see one more example. Only one row is there. If you don't mind this about this command, I'm doing something. You can later we can discuss that one. Why I'm writing like this. So you may ask me, can we do the create and select at a time? We can do it. So we can discuss this one in subqueries. So I have just created one table, EMP11 table. whatever data is having the EMP table. EMP 11 table is having 14 rows. You can do the same. Truncate, table, EMP 11. Table is truncated. Let us try to retrieve the data from EMP 11 again. See, no rows selected because when you use the truncate, all records remove from the table. Bulk of records remove the table. So in case of delete, we can delete one row or two rows, anything. We can discuss in DML. Somebody asked about the truncate. I think those are clear now. Don't know who asked. Okay. Now, what and all complete, guys? What and all complete, guys? Create completed, alter completed, truncate. So this drop and rename also completed with respective of using along with alter. So now we can check how this drop and rename will work individually. How this drop and rename work individually, like how create, how alter, how truncate is worked, yeah, as per their individual way. Let us try now. Let us see. Okay. Here drop with individual command, this one. So drop is, sorry guys, some noise is coming. Drop is used to remove. Drop is used to remove the rows and table structure as well. So truncate will do only remove the rows, but it cannot remove the structure. But whereas in drop, it will remove the rows and the table structure. That means it will remove the whole table. Okay. So the drop table can be get it back by using flashback. Flashback is one keyword or command. By using flashback, we can get it back. See, for example, you have dropped one table, but still you need to get it back, that one again. So by that time you have to use the flashback. So now what is the syntax? We can see. Syntax for drop is drop table name. Same how truncate, same. Here one more is there. Here you need to remember this one. Purge is a keyword. So what is this angular brackets is indicate, guys?
Optional.
So that's your wish, whether you need to use the purge command along with the drop or not. Okay. When to use and when you should not use, I will let you know. Okay. So what purge will do? We'll discuss first. Now, student. Create any table is there. Select star from. Yeah, see, this is a table. Right? Or else let us create one more table. I have created a one table. The table is called EMP_1. So it is having 14 rows. Now let us try to drop. What is the syntax for drop, guys? Tell me the example for drop.
Drop table, table name.
Drop table. Table name is
Table.
here which we are dropping. EMP
Employee_1.
employee
Employee
underscore
underscore
one. So my requirement is now I wanted to drop a employee one and I wanted to get it back that one when I need. So by that time, you should not use the EMP_1 or a purge command. So purge command. So let us try to drop EMP number 1. Now let us try to access the table. Here if we access, then table data and structure both are came. Table structured data and came both. Here see, table or view does not exist. If table structure is there in case of truncate, when table structure is there in case of truncate, when you try to retrieve the data, what it has written, guys? When you do the truncate, after truncate, when you try to retrieve the data, what it has written, guys, here? No row selected. That means the table structure is there. Here, table itself is not there. So let us try to see the table structure. See, object EMP_ does not exist. So here, rows deleted and table structure also deleted. Got it, guys? Am I right?
Yes.
So now let us tell you one thing. Here. So here I am here. What I am doing? Okay. One second, guys. To understand better way, what will happen in the database? Let me explain you clearly. What will happen when you do the drop? Here, see, you have to observe. There is a file called 2501 and data types copy. One file. So now, how it will work? The drop without purge. See, I have deleted this file. Where it will save, guys? Once you delete the table without shift delete, where it will save?
Recycle bin.
Yeah, recycle bin. See, this is here recycle bin I am seeing. Recycle bin. So recycle bin, see again if you want to see, I will show you. Is there any data in recycle bin now? The folder is
No.
empty. So here, see the file is there. I am deleting a file. Here, see file is deleted. Where it is when see previously it was empty. Now one file. When it has deleted, see 2701/854. You can see the time now. 854. Now when you drop the table, when you delete the file, where it has saved in recycle bin. So our system is also having one database, right? That is called hard disk. Hard disk is also one database, right? So now when you delete the data from in our database or hard disk, it's saved into the recycle bin. Now if you want to restore that file, again you can get it back by using restore option in the recycle bin. Here restore. See the file is restored. So again you just refresh it. Just to refresh it. See, where it has came, guys, again it's came or not? After restore from the recycle bin. It's came or not, guys?
Yes,
Hello?
it can.
Guys, are you understanding? Please,
Yes, yes.
please all confirm, please.
Yes, sir. No issues.
What I am trying to explain you or
Yeah,
understand.
Venki. Yes.
Hello.
Yes, yes.
Hello,
Yes,
guys.
It's clear.
I
Yes,
already said
Venkat.
yesterday
Yes,
the
Venki,
system
it's
should
clear.
be more interactive. Then only I can go into the more deep and you people also will get to know. Because if you are not telling anything, I couldn't understand what is like whether you people are getting my point or not. Please confirm me. Are you getting my point?
Yes, Venk.
Hello, guys, can you hear me?
Yeah, you can hear me.
we can
Yes, we
hear
can
you,
hear.
but
Hello?
you have a network issue, I guess, Venki.
Srinivas, are you there?
Yeah, I'm there.
Okay. Oh, sorry. My network issue, guys. So sorry, guys. It's went on mute. Like volume decreased totally. So you are understanding my point, right?
Yes, Venki, it's
Yeah.
clear.
See, thank you. Sorry. See, when you delete it, when you delete the data from your database, it's moved to the recycle bin. So if you want, you can restore it also by using restore option. So you can observe one thing. The file is before that it was in between 24 or in between 22 and 24. 22 and 24. Observe the file is coming and storing the same place. See, same place. So it's not coming up or it's not coming down. So wherever it is there, 24 and 25, in between that only that file is coming. So that means previously where is the data? The same place it is storing. I explained you, right? How the storage data is storing. How the data is storing in hard disk. How the data is storing hard disk. I explained you clearly. In how it store the data, guys, in hard disk. In form of blocks within the sectors. See, here, for example, whatever you deleted, the data, whatever deleted which you deleted, whatever data which you deleted. For example, you deleted from here. So once you restored, that will come to the same place again. Same place again. So here also it is coming to the same place again. So the drop is work like this only. So now what I said, so when you use the drop without purge, you can get it back. You can get it back by using flashback. Drop table get it back by using flashback without purge. Now let me see how to get it back the table. So what it has stored, guys? Now where it has saved in our database, where it has saved, guys? We have
Temporary
deleted.
space.
Sorry.
Recycle.
Yes, we do have recycle bin our database as well. So now you may ask me, how I need to know whether it has saved a recycle bin or not. Just give describe the table of recycle bin. See, these are the columns for recycle bin. I said, right? There are some there are some like when you install the software, automatically Oracle server, Oracle software will install some default tables is called data dictionaries. So these all are the data dictionaries. Here recycle bin is a data dictionary. Okay. So the data dictionary is having metadata. Metadata is nothing but table name, data type, length of size, source of a table, and ownership. So did you remember when you discussed about the metadata properties? Hope you remember. See, properties of metadata. Data name, table name, column name, data type size. It contains the restrictions, contains the database files, ownership. So data dictionaries will store metadata details. So this is the data dictionary. Data dictionary is nothing but a system created table. Did we created this recycle bin? No. The Oracle server automatically created. Now you can see, select object name. What is object name, guys?
Employee underscore one.
Yeah. Object name, nothing but anything like table name or view or synonym and index. These all are called objects. Okay. So either it is a table or index or anything which you drop, it will store in object underscore name. Object name, then original name we can take. Original name of a column, then operation we can take. Then create time when the table is created. That and all will save. Then drop time also it will save. Drop time. Next, from recycle bin table. You can see. See, student, we have dropped many tables, right? See, we have dropped student table. We have dropped this one. Student one also we drop. EMP one is latest. See, now you can see all operations are drop only. Drop only. Create time when the table has created and when the table has
Drop.
table has dropped. When the table has dropped. Now we can see. Create time is 22 first 23 January 23 is created and dropped as yesterday 26. See, now I created just a few minutes back, right? That EMP create table EMP underscore one, and I have created few minutes back. You can see that one also here. 22 7 850 I have created. 851 I have dropped. The table name is this one. The object name is saved like this. This one it will show. So object name it will show like this, but original name of object name is this one. So this one how it has stored. Oracle server automatically created one object name when you create this table based on the understanding of Oracle server. Okay, but original name this one. Now I wanted to get it back from recycle bin. How we have get it back that file? By using restore option in the set. By using which one?
Flashback.
Flashback. Table. What is the table name, guys? So you just to remember, you need to remember for every command, keywords will change. First to three is same. Table name. EMP underscore one. Before drop. So I told you, right? It will be everything as a English. Just if you have just English purpose understanding, it will be very easy. So what we are doing? I wanted to flashback the table called as EMP before drop. What is that it was in before? The same thing I wanted to drop. Sorry, I wanted to flashback it. So before drop. Table is flashback. Flashback is a completed. Let us check the table is there still in recycle bin or not. Let us check. If you flashback it, it has to go, right? If you flashback it, it has to go. Is there a table?
No.
because we have done the flashback. Now, previously, without flashback, we tried to access it, but it's shown the table or view does not exist.
Does not exist.
Now, try to access it because we have flashback, right? See, we are getting the data. When you are using previously, table or view does not exist after drop. So after flashback, we can able to retrieve the data. Got it, guys? Without purge, how it will work? Without purge, how it will work? Here, everyone. Anyone is having any doubt?
Manual testing and
Hello,
6 months.
guys. Please go on mute. If you are not speaking, please go on mute.
6 months.
Okay. Now, let us try to use the same example with the use purge. Drop table. Table name is emp_1. Then purge. Okay, guys. Let us try to use the purge command. Previously, did we use the purge command, guys? When you deleted, when you drop the table, did we use the
No,
purge
we
command here? No.
Okay.
Now, let us try to use the purge command. Purge command. So, table is dropped. So, if you drop a table, where it has to go?
Recycle bin.
Recycle bin. Recycle bin. Let us see the table is there or not. I have dropped, right? With the purge, I have dropped. See,
Yeah.
is there a table? Without
No.
purge, it was there. Without purge, it was
Yeah.
came to the recycle bin. So when I use purge, the table is not coming into the recycle bin.
Recycle
Why?
bin.
Why? May you know the reason?
We use purge.
Yeah.
It
Then what
deleted
purge will
permanent.
do?
It deletes the table permanently.
Yes. So purge is used to drop. Purge is used to drop the table from recycle bin also. Otherwise, drop the table permanently. Okay. So now I will show you one more example to understand better way. Here previously I just deleted. Now I am doing with shift plus shift with delete. Shift with the delete. See, I am doing shift with delete. So what it will ask, see, are you sure want to permanently delete this file? Why it is popping up now? Previously, when I delete without shift, it was not showing this. It was not showing this pop-up, right? Why it is showing pop-up now, guys?
It's going to be deleted for permanent.
Yes. When you use the shift to delete, it's going to delete permanently. That's the reason it is indicating us. Are you sure want to delete permanently? Without shift, it will go into the restore, right? So this operating system knows that we can get it back also. That's the reason it was not throwing this pop-up. Now delete it. Go to the recycle bin now. Is there a file here? Why it has not
No.
came into the recycle bin? It has not came into the recycle bin, guys.
Because we have done shift delete.
Yes,
It gets
permanently deleted. So now you just remember that drop with purge. We just shift plus delete. Shift plus delete. Only drop. It is just to delete. So here you can get it back because we have done only drop. You can get it back. So here you can't get it back because permanently deleted. Okay, that's what the drop, guys. So by using drop, we can remove the table and we can remove a column also. So by using drop, what we can do finally? We can drop table also and we can drop column also. So if you want to delete column, then you have to go with the alter option, alter and drop option. If you want to delete or remove table, then you have to go with individual drop keyword. Individual drop keyword. Clear, right? By using drop, you
Yes.
can do two things. One is drop column, one is drop column, another one is the drop table also. So we can do the
Table.
drop table and column both. So you have to remember, if you want to drop column, you have to go for the alter with the drop. If you want to drop table, so you no need alter option. You can directly go with the drop. Okay,
Yes.
clear, guys? Now come to
Yes.
here. These all the things is completed. Drop we can discuss individually as well as alter option. Now pending the rename. Let us try to complete the rename within 5 minutes. It's very easy. Very easy. Like rename. So there, along with the alter, what we have done, guys, by using rename. Along with the alter, what we have done. Tell me, guys, can
We
someone
rename-
tell me? Along with the
We rename
alter,
the column names.
yes, we rename the column
Columns.
name. It is easy to rename a column of existing table. So along with the alter option, we have renamed the column. Now let us try to rename a table now. So it is easy to rename a table. There we have done the, so that is simple. Drop and rename will work column level and table level both. If column level is working, then you have to go for the alter with options.
Yes.
If it is table level, you no need to go for the alter option. So rename is used to table level also. It is used to rename a table also. When rename a table, other database objects are affected. What is other database objects? The table is depending these things, right? These all are the same again.
Yes.
These all are the same again. So when you rename a table, other database objects are affected. Okay. Now syntax to rename a table. To rename a table, syntax. Rename table. Sorry, rename. You no need to mention table keyword here. Old underscore. There we mention old column, right? Here old underscore table. Old underscore name. I mean table name. Okay. To new table name, which you wanted to change it. This is the syntax. Tell me now, I wanted to change it. My student is to STUD. Wanted to change it to student is STUD. Tell me the example, guys. Rename student
Rename student to
STUD. So let us try to execute this one. Let us try to execute this one. already this date. See, what is this error, guys? Name is already by an existing object. Why it is throwing error?
Because already STUD is already there.
Yes, STUD table is already having in the database. Now I am doing STU_D. See, now renamed, table is renamed. So previously it is student, right? Now previously it is student, right? Select star from student, we can do it. Table or view that does not exist. Let us do the STU_D. Why no row is selected, guys, here? So it is working, right? When you change it, it is working. Otherwise, to avoid that confusion, we can do this one. So we are having EMP_1, right? So rename EMP_1 to EMP_2. I'm doing EMP_2. I'm renaming. Does not, we have dropped the table. Yeah, what is this error, guys? Can someone tell me? Object EMP_1 does not exist. What is meant that? Based on that error, what you understood?
There is no such table.
Yeah, because I have dropped the table permanently here. See, drop table, table name, purge. Okay, let us see any table. Select star from DEPT_C. Yeah, DEPT_C, one table is there. Now I wanted to rename that is DEPT_C to DEPT_D, or else something DDD, or else D1 you can take. DEPT_C. Table is renamed. So previously I tried to access the right. Let us try to access now. Table or view does not exist. Why it is throwing the error, guys? Why it is throwing the error, guys? See, previously when I tried to retrieve the data, it was result as came. Now, when I try to retrieve the data, here result is not coming. Because of
renamed
what?
it.
Because of what, guys?
It's in different
We
schema.
rename it. We
Yes.
rename it.
They
We
renamed it.
renamed the table to D1. Let us try to access the D1 now. See, same result. Same result. Got it? So when you rename a table, then a previous table, it will throw the error table or view does not, because we rename a table. Now, finally what you understood with the drop and rename. Drop can work on column and table level. Column level and table level. If you are using if you want to do the column level operations, then go with alter plus drop. If you want to table level, then go with direct drop command. Next, rename. Rename also can work both levels. Same. Got it, guys? Here, yeah, that's all for today's session. I am ready to take up the QA another 5 to 10 minutes, guys. 9:20. So as I said previously, So I don't want to be prolong more sessions like yesterday, like 1.5 hour, 2 hours. So just 8 to 9:20 or 9:25 max I will take. Within that first 5 minutes is we will wait for the audience to join. Last 5 to 10 minutes as QA session. The overall session is 1 hour 10 minutes for the day, the discussion of the topics. 1 hour or 1 hour 10 minutes. I am happy to answer your questions. Anyone is having any doubts? And one more thing, if anyone is joined newly today, if you want any details about the course or recordings, so you can call me or you can WhatsApp me. Okay, this is my permanent number. Either you can ping me or you can call me. So as I said yesterday, there is an update from management. So you need, right, like recording sessions, whatever we discussed last 8 days. 8 days. So as I said yesterday, we are planning to put those videos on YouTube and provide you the link, because many people are asking us the record. So we can't share those things individually in Google Drive, this all the things. So it's very difficult. So what we plan, so we upload those videos as a batch wise in YouTube. You can access from there. So only free sessions will be available in the YouTube. So as I said previously, the session is only session is for 7 days is free. Remaining after that you have to enroll. So what we have done, we have extended. Today is the 8th day. Even though 7 days is free, we have extended 1 more day extra. So we plan to extra give 1 more day as well. So day 9 tomorrow. After that you have to enroll. If you like my subject, and if you like you are learning something from me, and if you like the way of explanation methodology, then you can reach out to me for the enrollment. Okay, tomorrow video, tomorrow session, end of the session I will let you know what are the fees and what and all there. I think already some people knows who are joining. For other peoples, if you want to know, then tomorrow session you don't miss. I can tell you the like fees, everything. You can contact me or else if you want to know as well. If anyone is there newly joined guys today class?
Yes, Venkat, I joined actually today.
May I know your good name,
Yes, sir.
please?
Divya.
Divya. Okay.
Sir, today I can join news. Hariran. Hari.
Okay. Yeah, Hari. Hope you are able to understand my session, Hari and Divya.
Yes,
else-
yes, Venkat.
Yeah, okay, thank you. Hari, what about yours?
Yes, sir. Sir, I understand very easily, sir. Very nice.
Yeah, okay, no worries. Thank you. So if you are, if you want to wish to continue, though you can go through my previous recording sessions. Some from
Yeah,
4th class onwards, it's very important. From 4th class onwards till today. I mean,
May I
around
know
5 sessions.
from where can we avail these videos?
Yeah, that's what I'm telling you. If anybody wants my recording sessions, you can ping me this number. I will create on WhatsApp group and I will ping you the YouTube channel link. So I am uploading
Sure.
the videos to my YouTube. So I plan to upload from first session onwards, but unfortunately that YouTube channel has been created, and let me stop the recording. It's unwanted.